Gregg, we had talked earlier this week about the potential danger of this game, just with potential clinch in the line, how DC's improved their form of late. How do you think your guys embrace that? Did you see that level sustained over the course of this game?
I think we embraced it for sure. When you look at the start of the game, it had a lot of intensity in it, and I think we made a statement early on in the game that we were here to play. So I'm really happy about that. I'm happy to get the early goal. Throughout the course of the match, I think it was on and off. I think we could have been better at times, but the way I classify this is a real professional performance. We didn't give up much, win 2-0, get a shutout. I think it was with everything on the line. I'm happy with it.
So, with the set-piece goals, is there something that's been unlocked between Higuain and Santos that you guys have now had 3 or 4 within the last during this winning streak that's really kind of propelled the offense?
Yeah. So, I think we talk about this every week, but to say it again, there's 2 things. We have great service in Federico and Pedro, and we have guys making committed runs. And when you have that, there's a high likelihood that you can get on the end of the balls, and that's what's happening.
12th home win this season, which is a new club record. How important is it to keep pushing for playoff seeding, to get some home games when the playoffs come around?
No, it will be important. I'm proud of the guys. I think that's a good accomplishment, right? How many years the crew's been here, and to have that record, I think is special for the guys. And I think to show that we want to keep pushing. We met an objective. We set a goal in the beginning of the season to be an elite home team. I think our record stands for itself. And now we want to keep pushing because we know, home field in the playoffs is big.
Gregg, and obviously you guys have a 2-week break after this, and probably another month before you guys play a playoff game. But how do you kind of keep this going? Do you get the sense with this group that they have what it takes to be able to sustain this current momentum that they've been able to build?
Well, we have some challenges in front of us, right? We go to Orlando, in a difficult place to play, and we have to test ourselves. We have to see if we can get something out of that game. And then we go to NYC, which, in all likelihood, they're going to be playing for something as well. So for me, I'm looking forward to it, and I think the guys are as well, because we have 2 very good tests before the playoffs, and that's what we're going to need to prepare.
So, you made a little bit of a shift in the lineup with Artur's return. What were you trying to get out of his bringing him back into the lineup, and what did you see from him tonight?
So with Artur, again, we think it's important to get guys that can potentially play roles, game minutes. And, Mohamed's performed well, but this was an opportunity for Artur to get a full game in, get used to the speed again after his injury layoff.
Go to Jeff in the back.
What do you think that a return to the playoffs mean for the guys that have been here for longer and have invested more years, such as like a Justin Muir and Federico Higuain?
Well, I think, I know, it's closing the door, I think, on great disappointment of last year. And, no one was satisfied with last year. And, the tone was set early on in preseason of how hard we were going to work, of what we were going to do to get back to this point. And, give the guys all the credit in the world because they stayed focused and disciplined to actually achieve it.
Gregg, you mentioned earlier in the week just the importance of finding the right moments to pick up the tempo and to hurt them with 2-on-1 opportunities and things like that. Is Justin's goal an example of that, of maybe picking out the right moment to hurt a team that's playing its third match in 8 days?
I think so. I mean, they made some changes, so they had some fresh legs on there. But there was fatigue, and I think that was a good example of things we wanted to execute in the game. Having said that, again, when I look at the scoreline, when I look at us playing out chances, I think it could have been better. It could have been cleaner. We could have had more opportunities. Stevie came up with a couple good saves, but we needed to test him more.
John, it seemed like Pedro and Harrison did a pretty good job at combining at times, in the final third. How important is, getting those guys to, create really well in terms of just the wide play that you guys need to do, overall in the game?
No, there's no secret that our wing play, our wide play is a big part of our game, and we need, we need that presence to disorganize the opponent. And today I think they had it working.
How important and how impressive, maybe even surprising, has Josh Williams' sort of career resurgence been this year? He's scoring goals, getting shutouts, coming in, being essentially a starter lately. Was that what you were thinking, hoping for when you guys picked him back up this offseason?
We knew he was going to help us with veteran leadership. Again, having conversations with him in the off season, I can tell he's matured, he's learned, and he was primed to play an important veteran role in our team, being a young team. So, I'm happy for him. I'm happy for the way he's been contributing and the way he's been competing in each and every game.
Good, Jeff. 15 wins for Zach in his first year. Do you think his play has been wise beyond his years?
I think Zach's steady. Zach's a steady influence on our group, and for such a young age, he does handle pressure very well. He doesn't get flustered. He hangs in there, and he comes up with a big save when you need it. So I think Zach's been good this year.
Gregg, you talked about closing the door on last year. I'm curious, throughout the year, if that's something that's been explicitly stated, or is it just implied and understood by guys? What would be your sense of it?
No, it was never stated. I mean, half these guys weren't around last year, so you don't need to talk about that. But I think from, the mentality from preseason was very good. There was a renewed energy to fight and to compete, and I think that's, partly why we're in this position we are now.
John? Nico Hansen able to get on the game.
Yeah.
He's been on since, I think, June 17th. He did some pretty good stuff earlier in the year. How important is it just to get him back on the field and just contribute? Again,
When you talk about, guys like Arthur and Kakuta and, Christian, Nico's a guy that in a couple weeks, in a month, we want to have him back in the same form he was in, because what it does is it gives us options, and those options are going to be important.
Yes? All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Greg.